So many people right now are doing education or learning or having meetings through the screen, through the internet because of the coronavirus. So I thought I would take a moment and just share how to get better audio and video quality for your internet-based streaming, for live streams, for webinars, for meetings, for conferences, whatever it is. Here's how to get better audio and video than a webcam. Hey, this is Scott Weinkiewicz, a storyteller with a camera talking about all the things photographers like you and I are thinking about. And in this video, I am yet again deviating from my normal routine. More time in quarantine, more time at home. And it's because of the coronavirus, of course, and I'm hoping that this video will sort of be evergreen, way past the coronavirus and any pandemic, really just to help you get better video calls and things like that, video recordings at your computer using some better equipment than just a webcam. If you can afford it, if your employer can cover it, then there are many things that you could do to get better audio and video quality. Let's start with video. First and foremost, you need a camera that can do video and has an HDMI port to output. I personally use Nikon cameras, so the video camera I use for this, and the one I'm recording on right now, is the Nikon Z6. I use that as my webcam as well. That isn't to say that you must use a Nikon, but because there are cameras that actually have a flip out screen that you can see yourself, and the Nikon does not. But if you have a Canon camera that does good video autofocus, or a Sony, or Panasonic, or an Olympus, or a Fuji, or a Nikon, whatever it is, use that instead of your webcam for video. And the reason you want to do this is because you have the ability to change lenses, and you'll have the ability to zoom in as needed and reframe as needed, and also you have more control over aperture and shutter speed, which is really important. Whenever I am at my desk and recording, I have my aperture at f4. That gives me the best depth of field for focusing on me and letting the background go out of focus. Of course, I did mention that you need an HDMI output and the video signal to be able to go through that HDMI cable, but how do you get that to your computer as a webcam? This is where a product called the Camlink 4K comes in from the company Elgato. Elgato is a child company of Corsair, who makes memory and hard drives and things like that. Elgato makes a couple products that I'm going to talk about today. They are not sponsoring, but I happen to use a bunch of their products. The Elgato Camlink is a small little dongle, looks like a thumb drive for storing files, but it plugs into your USB 3 port, and then it has an HDMI input. And then you can plug in from your camera directly into the Camlink, and now your computer is recognizing your camera as a webcam. When it comes to audio, you need a microphone that will do justice for you. The one I recommend is called the Yeti. It is what I have been using for many years. It's from a company called Blue, who is now owned by Logitech. But you don't just need a microphone. You need to make sure that microphone can take the bumps that might come with you banging on the desk accidentally, typing on the keyboard, and not showing up in your video as much as it would if your microphone was directly on the desk. So check out the Blue Yeticaster, which actually comes with a boom arm and a shock mount and the microphone all in one kit that's under $200. This microphone is also USB based, so you can plug it right into your computer and you'll have a really nice audio quality for not a crazy amount of money. Now here's a pro tip for anybody using a quality microphone, is to lower the gain of your microphone, the amount of audio that it's taking in. Lower that and keep the microphone as close to you as possible. Now, of course, if you are on video, you're not going to want it too close in front of your face, so you'll need to reposition to get it out of the way. When I am doing that, I have it down and angled up at me, actually just like the microphone that I'm using right now is doing the same, but it's a different microphone. You can see the microphone right here. Okay, so now we've got good video and we've got good audio, but what about the lights? There are many things you can do, from a very cheap ring light, which is what I started with when I first started making videos on YouTube. You can then move up to something like a Lume Cube or a Litra video that can go on top of your monitor, or you can go with Savage lights, which is what I use, or you can get Elgato's lights, which actually come with stands that clamp to your desk or sit on top of your desk and then go above your monitors. So I actually have the stands from Elgato because I really like the whole clamp to the desk thing, but I'm using my Savage lights on top. They look and function exactly, almost exactly, very similar to the Elgato lights, but they look identical. But there's one thing I forgot to mention besides from the camera and the lights, and it's what to do with the camera. Normally when you have a webcam, it's either built into your screen or it is sitting on top of your monitor. The problem with this is every time you hit the desk, it's going to shake the camera. So you need a tripod to put your camera on to reduce the amount of shake that you will see, or eliminate the shake really, unless your floor is shaky too. Get a cheap tripod if you don't already have one. The tripod is not going anywhere. You don't have to worry about it being bumped around. A cheap $20 plastic tripod will do just fine to hold your camera and just put it behind your desk. If you don't have the space to put it behind your desk, buy the Elgato clamp, their mount for their lights, because you can actually screw your camera right into that as well, and it'll be right on top of your desk. You can even put it behind your monitor, and it'll look as though it's right there anyway. So here's how it looks when I am at my desk and have it set up with the Nikon Z6, with the lights on, and with my Blue Yeti mic on the boom, a little bit out of the frame. Now at the end of the day, you are going to have something that looks and sounds like this. Now this would be me if I was looking right into the monitor and talking to whoever I'm looking at. This is me if I'm actually looking at the camera, pretending like I'm talking to the person I'm looking at. So if you don't need to see the person that you're talking to and you want to make it look like you're talking right to them, then look at the camera, of course. Or just put your camera where your webcam would be anyway, and then you just be talking like this. But it would sound and look something like this, and it'll look and sound really good. So I wanted to say thanks for watching this. I hope that you learned a little something about how you can improve your meetings and conferences and all that stuff. And I hope that you implement some of it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.